Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here. Today I'm going to be showing you on how to wire up this lighting setup from Lighting Trends / Auto LED Tech. Alright, so the tool that you're going to need to do this installation or to put it together is going to be a very small, I would say skinny screwdriver. Very small compared to a normal size screwdriver. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and wire up the controller with this side. So we're going to go ahead and grab our splitter. And you're going to notice that there's going to be different color wires here. You're going to have your red one, green, blue, white, and black. I don't remember if these came spliced or not, but if they did not come spliced, you're going to have to splice a little bit of cable. You don't have to splice a lot, just a little bit, just enough to get it into the control box. All right, now that you finished splicing those, now we're going to grab our control box and you're going to flip it over to the other side. You're going to notice a whole bunch of little screws. So you're going to grab your screwdriver and you're just going to loosen up each screw. So loosen up all of these screws. Once you loosen them up, it should be looking like they're open in there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put our wires in accordingly. All right, so you're going to notice on the top it's going to say V+. That's going to be your positive. So the cable that's going to go in there is going to be the black one. So let's look for our black cable, which is right here. Here's our black cable from the bunch. I'm going to go ahead and insert it into the controller. Go ahead and insert the cable. All right, I already put it in there. All right, so it's a good idea to kind of hold with one hand, kind of hold the cable in place while you get your screwdriver and go ahead and tighten down the screw. So pretty much don't over tighten it, but just make sure that you tighten it enough where it's very snug. All right about there. After you get it tight, just give a small little tug on the cable, make sure it doesn't pop out. All right, so next we're going to do is we're going to put in the next color, which is over here. The next one is going to be the red one, after that green one, blue one, then the last one is going to be white. Even though on the color over here shows yellow, it's actually the W stands for white. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in all the cables accordingly. You guys do the same. All right, now that I got all the cables in its spots, it should look like this. You can see V+ is going to be the black cable, red with red, green with green, blue with blue, white with white. Give it a little tug, nothing's coming out. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and we're going to install our positive and negative cable. Now you're going to see on the other end there's going to be two spots. One is going to say power. You flip it over the other way so you could see right there, right there. All right, so on the left you could see it says power, positive and negative, and then on the other side it also says power, and also shows a really tiny little circle that shows negative, and then a little circle that shows a dot, and another circle that says positive. We're not going to connect to that, and the reason is because it looks like this. We don't have a cable that goes there. We actually have the cable that's going to go into these terminals. So same thing like the other side, we're going to go ahead and flip this one over and loosen these two screws, and then we're going to grab our power cable and we're going to put the correct cable to the terminals. So obviously the plus is going to be positive, so that's going to be the red cable, and negative is going to be the black cable. So we're going to go ahead and loosen those screws up, and then we're just going to go ahead, put them in like so, hold the cables in, and on the other side tighten down the screws. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you guys do the same. Alright, so I already got my cables in, as you could see right there. There we go. Alright, so positive with the red, negative with the black. Alright, so we just successfully wired up the controller. We already got our cables for the LEDs, and we got our power supply, our power cable. All right, so now that we got that connected, now this is going to be the part that I was telling you guys about, is going to be connecting the LEDs. So we got our LED driver, which is here, and we got our halo ring. Now, if you guys want to do the turn signal option with your halo ring, you will have to install this driver just because it has that turn signal cable, which is right here. The only problem is, and hopefully by the time you guys get your kit, they resolve this issue. If not, just keep in mind that this can happen with your kit. We're going to go ahead and wire this, and I'll show you what I mean. So to wire it, I'm going to grab our male end of the driver, and we're going to connect it to one of the leads over here on the splitter. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and connect that there. Once you have it connected there, on the other end from the driver, we're going to use this part to connect to our LED end, or our halo in this case. So go ahead and connect it there. All right, so as of right now, our little receiver is connected. We're going to connect power in a second here. It's connected, goes to a splitter, which connects with our driver, and then from the other end, it connects with our halo ring, which is going to be right here. Now, this other end is going to be for, like I said, for the turn signals, which I'll show you in a second on how that works. Let's make a prop this over here. All right, so now we're gonna have to connect this to a battery source. For me, I have a battery block over here, which I use for a lot of my testing of my installs. So you're gonna need a battery source of yourself, or if you have a spare motorcycle battery that you're not using, that's what you're gonna need to use. Go ahead and put this off to the side. So I'll go ahead and connect your positive to the positive of the cable. If you don't know which one the positive is on your cable here, it's always going to be the one with the fuse. So always look for the cable with the fuse. That cable with the fuse is always going to be your positive. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it to my positive. The negative is not going to have anything on its line. It's just going to be one straight wire. That's always going to be your negative. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and power it up. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it to negative. All right, so there we go. Now we have the LED on. And as you can see, it's on red. On yours, when you turn on yours, it may not show any color. Therefore, you're going to have to press. Make sure you take out the little tab. Once you take the little tab out, you should go ahead and press the on and it'll turn on. To activate the turn signal, this is how it will look like with the turn signal. So the cable, you would have to connect it to your turn signals on your bike. And so yellow is going to be positive, black obviously is negative. So when you put the turn signals on, this is how it will look like when you have it on your motorcycle. So once you have it connected and you select the turn signal, if you have it on whatever color you're going to have it on, it's going to go ahead and turn yellow. See, it's yellow. And then it's just going to keep on, you know, flashing until you turn off your turn signal on your bike. Once you turn off your turn signal, it's going to stop for a second and then it's going to go back to the color that whichever color you had it before. So that's the thing with the driver. So the problem, like I said, with this driver is that there might be some kind of malfunction with the driver that it doesn't allow blue and white to work. Now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to select it. You're going to see it's going to turn off, but I'm going to go ahead and right away select red because I found out if I keep it there too long, it will fry the controller, which is over there. Definitely don't want that. Went through it one time and I don't want to go through it again. So I'm just going to show you real quick on what's going to happen when I select blue. So here we go. So you saw how it shut off. If I kept it shut off, it'll actually fry the little receiver. So I'm not sure on why that happens with this driver. It could be a defect on the driver. I do have other drivers for the other size LEDs and it all happens with the same thing. I'm going to select white. It'll turn white. They'll turn off. I'm going to go ahead and push red right away because like I said, I don't want to fry the receiver. So like I said, it could be a defect. Hopefully by the time you guys order your set, that won't become an issue. But if it does and you guys test right when you connect the driver, go ahead and press blue and see what happens. If blue stays on, you're good. If white works, that's good. But if you do press blue or white and it happens where it turns off, do not leave it off. Press a different color right away because like I said, that will cause a malfunction on the receiver and burn it out. And you're going to have to email the company actually and request for a replacement. Along with the LED ring, you could also either go with the dot look or you could actually purchase this frosted ring. And when you put the frosted ring, I think it looks a lot better. You put the ring on it, be a little bit more brighter, and it distributes out the color a little bit better. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this off right now. So we're going to get our remote, press the off button. It's going to turn off, obviously. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to disconnect our halo ring from the driver. So it's going to go ahead and disconnect it from here. And then from the driver, to the splitter, we're going to go ahead and disconnect it there. All right, so we already have the driver disconnected. Now you really don't need the driver for your halo ring. The driver was just for the turn signal. Then let's go ahead and we're going to connect the halo ring directly to the splitter. So we got our halo ring right here. Let's go ahead and connect it. Doesn't matter which connector you select on the splitter. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna for the heck of it, I'm gonna put this frosted halo ring on the LED. All right, now that we got this all connected, we're gonna go ahead and grab our remote and we're gonna press on. Holy smokes. Now, as you could see, and that's another thing I don't understand, is that when we have our halo connected to the driver, it actually lowers the light by, I would say, around 40%. It dims it. With it being connected directly to the splitter, you're able to get 100% of the lighting. We can have that blue and white option, and it will not turn off. So I'm going to go ahead and select blue. Now we got blue, and it's not turning off. Let's go ahead and select white. That is extremely bright. Oh man, I'm going to have to lower it a little bit, actually. Sorry, guys. Alright, I selected 10% because that was extremely bright. Alright, so we hit selected white, and as you can see, white is on. It's not turning off. So having this set up, you're eliminating that turn signal option. I'm just going to go through some of the options real quick, but like I said, it's not part of the video. Just wanted to, to show you guys, if you do happen to get this option. Now again, this option of the halos and with this remote, they do have another option that you could use, which will be Bluetooth. You will get a receiver almost similar to this. Therefore, you'll be able to use your phone to change the colors. Go into it. If you select jump, it kind of just cycles through the colors. Jump 7, I'm not sure what that means. You got flash, where it kind of just blinks through all of it. Fade kind of just gradually goes through the color, or each color like that. Fade 7, I kind of just blends the colors all together. And auto kind of just goes through all of them. It goes through all these options automatically. And then we could just go back to our normal color. When you press the color plus and color minus, let's see, there we go, color plus, color, every time you press color plus, it kind of just gradually color changing ever so slightly, I would say. Positive or negative. The speed, obviously, if you go through this jump mode, you could increase the speed, make it go faster. You could decrease it, make it go slower. If you have a, let's go with purple, you could make it more brighter every time you press it, or you can make it more dimmer every time you press it. And then you also have your presets of your 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, and 100% brightness. So if I go to brightness, you can see it is insanely bright. I will go back to 10 so you guys can see it on the camera. Now, when you go ahead and about to place your order on getting the halo rings, there's going to be an option for pre-wire or not pre-wire. Now, if you select pre-wire, what that really means is that you're going to get this cable, and this is going to be your cable with the fuse, your positive negative cable with the fuse already on it, and the cables here to connect to the controller. That's all what pre-wired means. It doesn't mean that the controller itself is going to come already wired up. That's not what it means. Normally, the halo ring sizes that you're going to be using for sport bikes are going to be between 70 and 80 millimeters. Not until you get to some cruisers. The one that I'm using is for a Honda Goldwing, and this is going to be 110 for that project, or it could be 120, whichever you prefer. Alright guys, so if you guys found this video helpful, smash that like button. If you know anybody that purchased something like this, or you kind of just have some friends that are looking to get something like this, share my video. Share it to as many people as you can. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you dislike this video, smash the dislike button. Let me know in the comments below what I did wrong, or if I missed something, or you didn't catch something, or why you didn't like the video at all. So just let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more videos like this on how to connect things or whatnot, let me know. I'm always looking for new content to show you guys. I know most of my stuff is mainly on how to work on the R3 and stuff like that. And if you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with my latest videos. And thank you for watching.